Hey there, everybody! Jake from the OneManBand here, and you know what time it is? That's right, as you can tell by my shirt, it is time for a awesome RWBY episode in-depth look review thing extravaganza! So excited, it's awesome. Just as the new intro song for the new show RWBY is, this has been the day we have been waiting for. I know I have. So basically, a lot to talk about. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but I am very excited. So let's just dive right in, shall we? Alright, one thing I think is really important is the whole intro scene. It's basically setting the plot, what the world is, this is how the world works, and all that. And who can they find to voice over this but Jen Taylor? Yeah, I'm a little fanboy excited right now. Jen Taylor, the voice of Cortana, it's pretty awesome how she delivers it. So basically, here's a basic summary of the intro. Man was created from dust, yet evil creatures wanted to destroy him, so they used the power of dust to defend themselves and build society. And basically, darkness is coming again, and that's basically the smallest summary I can get out of it. So basically, let's break the intro down. First of all, what is dust? Well, dust is basically, in RWBY, this material that can basically amplify the human being's power, essence. It's used to make weaponry and create like powerful attacks. I don't want to say magic, because Monty Ulm stated multiple times, and even at the RWBY panel at RTX, that dust isn't magic. It's of its own accord. I guess you can call it magic or whatever, but it doesn't fall into that same persona as magic. Monty Ulm says that it exists by itself. And you know what? I can accept that. Dust is dust. We will refer to dust as dust. Dust to dust, 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 dust. Alright. Next, the dark creatures that want to destroy humanity. The creatures of Grimm. So basically, I'm pretty sure we saw those in the RWBY Red trailer. The Beowulfs. Basically, werewolf-like creatures that want to kill humans. Now, basically, the creatures of Grimm, does that mean like the Brothers Grimm that created all those fairy tales? I believe so. It would make a lot of sense due to the whole sort of hyper fairy tale-ism of the whole genre. I really hope that we see maybe some classic Brothers Grimm villains created into these creatures. I think that'd be really cool to see. Last off, I want to talk about the end of the intro monologue. I quote, "There will be no victory in strength, but perhaps victory is in the simpler things that you've long forgotten, things that require a smaller, more honest soul." And with that, it zooms in on our hero, RWBY. A lot to think about here. I guess I should just dig my own grave right now and state what I think it's going to mean. Basically, something big is coming, and no matter how strong everyone is, it's not going to matter. Because sometimes it doesn't matter how big your arsenal is, how big your weapons are, how powerful you are. Sometimes it just all comes down to the will to fight and honesty in that. Elements of harmony, that's all I'm saying. Next, I want to talk about the whole visual side of the episode. So first off, everything that was important and needed to be looked at was highlighted with color and light. Everything else was just kind of silhouetted out and put in as a backdrop. This I actually love a lot, because this means that over there in the background, that's not really important. This right here is important. You see those people? They're not important, they're just there. You don't need to know their identity. What you need to know is that this guy is walking down the street to this shop. That's what you need to know. That's what I like about that whole persona, is that, oh, there's that character, there's that character. You can spot that character in a crowd, if there's ever going to be a crowd again, or anything like that. I like it. Next, the motion capture that was used was just awesome. It was really nice flowing. The fight sequence was awesome. It was just, the visuals are going to be stupendous, I can already tell. Alright, part 3. Characters. A lot of characters are in this, and characters that we haven't even seen until now. So basically, I'm gonna have to get a rundown of every single character that I deem important. First off, Ruby Rose. Of course she's important. She's one of the main 4 characters. So basically, Ruby Rose. Now, I've seen many of you posted in comments and all that about my whole idea that she was some sort of holy warrior on some sort of quest. Just toss that out the window. It's done. This Ruby Rose is much more better. I think somewhere along the line I forgot this was an anime. What is anime? It's basically comical. It's supposed to be funny. And somewhere along the line I just totally lost that. I didn't even think about that. You know, oh, it's going to be something serious. Oh, it's Rooster Teeth. No, I was stupid back then. But anyway. So basically, what I see Ruby Rose is, she's basically sort of that excited fangirl that finally gets to meet her heroes and go live out her dreams. Much like I was when I went to RTX and I talked to Bernie Burns. Total fanboyism right there. But anyway, she's also a big weapons enthusiast. In the beginning of the episode, she's standing in a store reading a magazine about weapons. There's nothing wrong with that. She has a giant sniper scythe. It's awesome. She can love weapons all she wants. We all need those people in the world. Those people will survive the zombie apocalypse. Last off about Ruby. There was a part in the episode where Professor Ozpin states that she has silver eyes. And that was just out of the blue. So I think that the silver, what I've heard from the episode, what I've heard from Monty at the RWBY panel, silver eyes, that's going to come into play later on in the series. So let's just take that, put a pin in it, put it in our back pocket, and then put it on the wall. Alright, next character, we have Glenda Goodwitch. She is a huntress, that's stated, and what I saw of her power, it goes along the line same as Wai Shim's power was in the White trailer, where she basically created beams of energy and shields out of dust, obviously, to both protect and attack her allies and opponents. And that's pretty cool. I mean, now we kind of have like a teacher figure, an adult figure in the story, because I'm pretty sure that all the main characters are young. Yes, that's basically proven now. So get off my back, please. All right, next we have our villain, Roman Torchwick. So basically, he's a smug guy walking around in a nice suit with a pimp cane and a hat and hair covering one side of his face. Classic villain genre right there. That is awesome. I mean, he just totally looks the part of a villain. He gives off the aura of a villain. He's just one of those guys that you kind of just don't want to be around. You don't want to cross him, any of that. But also, something really important that I noticed. He bears a very stunning resemblance to the guy that Junior was talking to in the Yang trailer. I mean, he was there for like a second and then he left. But I am very certain that that guy was Roman Torchwick. If you want to look for yourself, go to the RWBY Yellow trailer and watch it. If you see what I see, comment, like. Alright, next character. This character wasn't really introduced as much as just teased upon. When Roman went to make his escape, somebody aided him in his escape. Some mysterious woman who basically used dust without using any type of medium to use it. She just used it with her hands. And blazing emblems went along her clothing when she used it. And the type of dust powers that she used seemed to symbolize around fire. This mysterious woman, she also had a tattoo on her back that looked much like the Oblivion Gate in my eyes. Oblivion Gate! Okay, but anyway, so what I see her as, she's an accomplice to Torchwick, or she may even be his boss, somebody higher up on the food chain, because obviously with everything going on in the episode, Roman Torchwick isn't the only enemy. He isn't the head guy. I highly doubt he's the head guy. And she may be the linchpin to put us into a higher spectrum of evil bad guys. I'm really excited about that. Next, we have Professor Ozpin. He is the headmaster of Beacon Academy. He basically is the guy who invites Ruby to come to Beacon Academy to train to be a huntress. Now, once again, he seems like the fatherly adult figure that everybody's going to look up to. Kind of like Dumbledore to Harry Potter. Basically, that's kind of a vibe I'm getting from this episode. It's kind of a lot like Harry Potter. Oh, this person is extremely powerful. Why don't you come to our school and learn how to become more powerful? Oh, okay. You know, don't get me wrong, Ruby is awesome, but it just smells a little bit of Harry Potter. Alright, next big character that was introduced was Yang. We already know about Yang, but basically she was there at the very end to basically be there for her sister as they fly to Beacon Academy. Now, it has been proven and stated by Monty Ulm that Ruby and Yang are indeed sisters, but they are half-sisters. They have, I think, maybe a different father? I'm not sure about that, but basically, they are sisters, but since they don't look the same because they're half-sisters. All right? Good? We all got that? Right. Let's move on. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is the whole world/plot of the episode. So basically, there's the world that the humans live in, and it has monsters in it that basically want to destroy them. How do they defend themselves? With dust, which they use to amplify their own power and make weapons. And they use these weapons and powers to kill these beasts and protect humanity. And who's in charge of protecting humanity? These hunters and huntresses, which are basically the best of the best warriors who are tasked with defending humanity from these creatures. Where are they trained? At Signal and Beacon Academy. That's what I've gotten out of the episode, where Ruby, she was being trained at Signal, and then she was going to go to Beacon, but then Ozpin came in and said, hey, why don't you just go to Beacon? I'll send you there. And she was like, okay. So basically, what I got out of this, that it's not going to be a show about already heroes and or villains in the adult world that I seem to originally think that it was going to be. Once again, it's an anime, so it's probably going to be about young people and with young people problems and all that. That's basically what it is. This group of people, they're going to an academy to become heroes, basically. So it's basically a show about the upcoming of heroes and how they're going to change the world. Awesome. Alright, next. It was stated that it is a time of peace in the world. So basically, everything's going good, possibly monster attacks have died down, but once again, there was Roman Torchwick. He was stealing dust from a shop. There's that mysterious woman with the strange powers. And then, during the newsreel in the episode, it was stated that a White Fang organization was protesting and taking up all that. It used to be a peaceful organization. So are they like the possible RWBY World PETA for Grim Monsters? I have no idea. But basically, I think they're going to play a bigger role. Torchwick is going to play a bigger role. That mysterious woman's going to play a bigger role. This is basically just the tip of the iceberg. Here is the first episode of RWBY. If you haven't watched the episode yet, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and I have no idea why you've watched this video for so long. So go watch it right now. The annotation to go to it is going to be like in this corner, the entire episode, the entire video of this. So that's basically going to do it for me. If you think I missed anything or think I should touch up on anything, go ahead, leave comments down below. Like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you want to be up to date with all the reviews I'm going to be doing on RWBY. I will see you guys later when the next episode comes out. I am so excited. And I hope I will see you guys later. Yeah.